Hi, hello, and good evening to all of you. Is my audio clear to you? Can you please confirm? Is my audio clear? Are we good to start? Those who are in the live chat box, quickly respond. Yes. Okay. Yes. Right. All good. I think we are good to go. Yes. Right. So we are here to discuss multiple choice questions on cost and management accounting subject of CA intermediate. I welcome you all. We will be doing this MCQ revision in three parts, three sessions, today, tomorrow, and day after. I will be discussing a lot of MCQs chapter by chapter, one at a time, and I will be sharing all the MCQs that we are discussing in a PDF format with all of you. You can download that from the link which will be provided in the description section. When I'm discussing this, when I'm doing this video, I want all of you to concentrate on the discussion part. You don't have to worry about copying or noting down anything. Since most of the students have already practiced a lot of working sums, basically practical sums, number based questions, I have decided to spend more time on theoretical MCQs and little less time on practical MCQs, because though we call it practical MCQs, what many students have seen in their question papers, be it CA Inter or CA Final, including mock test papers, that a practical problem which was earlier asked for 5 marks itself has been now broken into pieces, and that is provided as two questions or three questions. Yeah. Therefore, for practical MCQ, there is no need of new learning. You would have already worked out practical sums, and that itself will be enough to crack MCQs, practical MCQs. But the challenge with a lot of students is theory MCQs, because with one small change in the word or term, the whole answer can go wrong, correct? So that's the risk of not preparing for theory MCQ. So I've decided I'll put little extra weightage on theory MCQs and slightly less on practical MCQs. We will be doing practical MCQs also, but my preference would be to give you more clarity on how to read a theory question. And when I explain a particular question, I may also cover what are the possible things they can do in exam by changing one word, how can they twist a particular question. So this MCQ revision will happen today, tomorrow, and day after in three sessions. I've decided to keep today's session small and light, so I will not be covering too many topics today. We will focus more on introduction and cost sheet. I've just called it as part one today, because I'll be doing a lot more in the tomorrow session also. We will be covering material as well as labor in today's class. Since today being the first day, and I had not shared with all of you the topics that I'll be covering, I know some of you are not prepared enough also to answer the questions. I would expect all of you to reply in the chat box question number and the corresponding answer that you think is correct. I will be parallelly discussing. So when you see question number 1 and option ABCD on screen, without waiting for me to give complete explanation, you read and send the answer. So when you send the answer in chat box, you can send it as 1A or 1B or 1C as you think is appropriate, and then I will be discussing. And if you Even if you want to make a note of any of these things, you can do a running note, but I would still recommend, since it is MCQ, wait for the session to be over. I will be uploading all these PPTs in the form of PDF, and I'll be sharing the link with you. That will be free, and anytime you will be able to download it. Okay, so today I'll be focusing only on 2.5 to 3 topics: introduction and cost sheet. Only one part today. I'll be doing another part tomorrow, because as per ICS study material, introduction to cost and management accounting is a separate topic and cost sheet is a separate topic. So I thought I will cover it in two parts, one today and one tomorrow. So today it will be introduction and cost sheet, only part one, only small part, and I'll be doing material and labor in detail, and depending upon the time availability, we will take up the next topic. Basically, in next 3 days, today, tomorrow, and day after, I want to cover all the topics. Okay. Tomorrow's session will be little lengthier, will be little heavy. We'll be covering maximum number of topics tomorrow, and I'll be keeping balanced topics for the last day. Since today is first day, and some of you might not have revised all the topics, I decided to keep it very small. So 2.5 to 3 topics is what we will be covering. Okay. I will also tell you at the end of today's session what are the topics that I'll be going to do tomorrow. Accordingly, you do your revision and then join the session. I think in that case it will be very useful, and it will be very interactive as well. Okay. Can I quickly get a yes from all of you? Those who are in the chat box, if you have understood whatever I've told you so far, can I get a quick yes? Are we good to start? Yeah, perfect. Good. So let's begin with introduction and cost sheet part 1. First, semi-variable cost remains constant forever. No, that's the nature of fixed cost. B, remains variable up to a level after which it is fixed. This is the wrong answer. Option C looks similar but read properly. It remains fixed up to a level after which it is going to be variable. Option C is the correct answer. Option D is none of the above. That's anyway a wrong answer. So semi-variable cost is a cost that remains fixed up to a level. Electricity, power bill, landline telephone connection, even auto charges from one place to another place, up to a level, up to number of kilometers, say up to 2 kilometers, auto charges are same 30 rupee. After that, for every zero point 0.1 kilometer, there will be additional charges. Correct? Therefore, electricity bill also minimum 200 rupee every month, plus depending upon power consumption you will be paying. So that is why it is called semi variable cost, partly fixed, partly variable. Correct option is C, remains fixed up to a level after which it is variable. Okay, all right, let me just correct that now. Itself option C is the correct answer. Yes, just to clarify one confusion some students have, semi-variable cost and step-ladder cost is not one and the same. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. Step-ladder cost is a cost that remains fixed for a level. 0 to 50 units, I pay 10,000. 51 to 100 units, I pay another 10,000. So it is original 10 plus 10,000 more. From 100 to 101. From 100 to 101, it is another 10,000. That means, understand, visualize a graph in front of you. 0 to 100, 0 to 50, there is one cost. 51 to 100, there is another cost. 101 to 150, there is another cost. This is the nature of step ladder cost. Whereas in semi variable cost, it can be 0 to 50, same cost, and from 51, 52, 53, 54 up to forever, the cost keeps increasing. That's the nature of semi variable cost. So what is the simple difference? I quickly repeat. In semi variable cost, up to a level, cost remains fixed, after which it keeps increasing. After which it keeps increasing, for every extra unit there is an additional cost. Whereas in step ladder cost, for a particular level, cost remains same. sorry, for a particular level, cost remains same. After which cost will increase up to another point. So for 0 to 50 units, 10,000 rupee. 51 units to 100 units, 10,000 plus another 10,000. Correct? And then 101 to 150, 10,000 plus 10,000 plus one more 10,000. Now what is the small difference in terms of numbers you observe? 0 to 50, 10,000. 51 also, you have to add another 10,000. 52 also, 53 also, up to 99, up to 100, it is original 10,000 plus another 10,000 only. But in semi-variable cost, 0 to 50, 10,000, after which 51, 52, 53, 54, 75, 95, for every extra unit, there is some variable cost. There is some cost that you keep incurring. So this is the simple difference between semi-variable cost and step ladder cost. Dhanush is asking, sir, why is it not B? Understand, in B it says remains variable up to a level. What does it mean? Up to 50 units, it keeps changing. Once it hits 50, it will remain same forever. That's not correct. Read properly, between B and C, there is a very small difference. Dhanush, I hope you understood now. B says remains variable up to a level, say 0 to 50. How is it correct to say up to 0 to 50 it keeps moving and once it hits 50 it will remain same forever? That's not correct. That's not correct. Therefore, B is a wrong answer. B is a wrong answer. Let's move on. Question number 2. Which of the following is not true about threefold assumption of cost reduction? Remember, cost reduction, not cost control. There is a possibility of saving in cost per unit. Yes, such saving is of temporary in nature. This looks wrong to me because cost reduction has no end. Cost reduction is a forever exercise. Correct? Cost control can be a temporary thing, but cost reduction is a permanent activity. The quality and utility of the product remains unaffected. That is true. All of the above. So I'm going with B. Such saving is of temporary in nature. This is wrong. Let me quickly explain this in 1 minute. In cost control, you can say, look, we are in January month. For the month of February, we should keep our electricity bill below 10,000. Do anything possible, keep it below 10,000. This is cost control. But in cost reduction, in January, if my bill is 10,000, in February, I will try to reduce it at least by 1 rupee, 9,999. February done. March, you want to reduce it at least by 1 more rupee further, and 1 more rupee further, and 1 more rupee. That means there is no end, there is no visible end to cost reduction. And cost reduction is not a one-time activity. You won't be satisfied once you reach 9999. You want to further bring it down, further bring it down. Forever you want to have an improvement in profit through reduction in cost. Yes. Question number 3. Which of the following is least suited pair of industry and cost unit? Power, kilowatt, that's the correct pair. Coal mining, cubic meter, that's the correct pair. Hotel, room per day, correct pair. Goods transportation, passenger kilometer is a wrong pair. The correct pair is goods transportation with ton kilometers. Correct? If it is passenger kilometer, it cannot be goods. It should be passenger transportation company. Correct? For buses, we use passenger kilometer. For truck, lorry, goods transportation companies, we should be using ton kilometer or quintal kilometer. Yes, perfect. Question number 4. Which of the following is not true about variable cost? Observe the sentence, not true about variable cost. That means they want a false statement. Yeah, let's read. Cost tends to increase or decrease with a change in output. This is true. This is the basic nature of variable cost. B. Cost per unit remains unaffected with a change in volume of production. This is also true. Understand, in variable cost, per unit cost will remain unaffected. Per unit, there is no change. In totality, it may go up or come down. Per unit, it won't change. Third, cost remains variable irrespective of level of cost objects, like from unit level to batch level to plant level. This will keep it pending. We'll see what is option D and then we'll choose the appropriate one. In general, it is relevant for making decision on make or buy. Definitely, every variable cost is a relevant cost, not just make or buy decision, any decision. This we will study even in marginal costing. When you want to continue or discontinue a product, variable cost is relevant. When you have to accept an offer or reject an offer, variable cost is relevant. When you are thinking of giving discount to a customer, variable cost is relevant. So which is wrong statement in this? Option C, because it says it remains variable irrespective of level of cost, like from unit to batch to plant. That is not true. Per unit cost is not equal to per batch cost is not equal to per factory cost. Per plant means for the whole plant level. That statement is incorrect. Let's move on. Question number 5. Which of the following is the primary objective of management accounting? Observe, they are not asking cost accounting. Don't get confused. They're talking about management accounting. Number 1, option A. To provide information to statutory body, definitely no. Statutory body is your government of India, income tax department, ROC. Why will I inform them? How is management accounting relevant there? Totally wrong. B, to provide information to shareholders and investors for decision making. No, no, no. Shareholders and investors are not involved in management accounting. They will come into picture when you present annual statement, audited financial statement, balance sheet, P&L, audit report. That is given to shareholders and investors, not management accounting's outcome. Next, to provide information to the lenders and creditors for evaluation of risk. No, no, no. Again, lender, creditor, banker. Why will banker be interested in knowing how you make your budgets? How is your standard costing system? Management accounting is all about marginal costing, standard costing, budgetary control, correct? Those which are used by internal management to take decisions. How will bankers, creditors involved in this? Option D, to provide information to management for planning and controlling. D is the correct answer. All other options are wrong. Yeah. Let's move on. Question number 6. Which of the following is not a function of cost accounting system? Read carefully. Not a function of cost accounting system. A, provision for information to help managers in making make or buy decision, ascertainment of cost for a cost object, classification of cost on the basis of functions, valuation of raw material. If you read option B, C and D, B, C and D, you can make out these are for day-to-day activities, ascertaining the cost, classifying the cost, valuing the raw material. This is what cost accounting does. Option A is done by management accounting, and very clearly question says which of the following is not a function. That means option A is the correct answer. Everybody, option A is the correct answer. Next, question 7. Identify among the following which is or which are in the scope of cost and management accounting. They're asking both. They're asking both. A, maintenance of accounting records relating to utilization of material, labor and other items. Definitely yes. Preparation of cost reports for planning, controlling and performance evaluation. Definitely yes. By the way, option A, option B, when you're reading, keep in mind question is talking about both cost and management accounting, not just cost accounting. Yeah, it is both. Yes. Third one, performing analysis to know whether cost is not exceeding its budgeted cost and whether further cost reduction is possible or not. All of the above, all of the above is the correct answer. Yes, all of the above is the correct answer. Let's move on. Question number 8. Fixed cost which cannot be avoided during temporary closure of plant is known as dash. I want you to answer in chat box. This is a good question. I want your answer in chat box. Read properly. Which cannot be avoided during temporary closure of plant is known as dash. Sunk cost, shutdown cost, opportunity cost, notional cost. I can see some of them sending the correct answer. B, shutdown cost. Good. For those who do not know, let me explain. Suppose your factory is not operating for all 12 months. Okay. 10 months you keep the factory on. 2 months you keep it on temporary closure, temporary shutdown. Okay. But even in those 2 months, there will be expenses that your company will be spending. Those expenses are called shutdown expenses. Even when the factory is temporarily closed, there are expenses. For example, electricity bill has some fixed component. Variable component may be zero, but fixed component is still to be paid. When factory is operating, cleaning and maintenance expenses may be monthly 1 lakh rupee. But when it is in temporary closure period, you cannot say I will make it zero. You may still have to maintain those machines, keep it in good condition, do the cleaning. But you don't have to spend so much money that you used to spend in regular 10 months, but you will still have to at least clean once in a month, where regularly you may be doing cleaning on daily basis, but now at least once or twice in a month you'll still have to do the cleaning and oiling of the machines, even when it is temporarily under shutdown. Such expenses are called shutdown expenses. Very important. They can ask you to explain this shutdown cost, explain shutdown cost for 2 marks, or they can ask a question like this. A lot of students don't study this. Very, very important. Let me explain even the other option, sunk cost. I am sure option C and D, you know, opportunity or notional cost. Sunk cost, some students have confusion. See, historical cost and sunk cost. I keep getting this doubt on Telegram. Historical cost is anything that is paid in the past. Okay. Sunk cost is anything that is paid in the past which can never be converted back to cash. Please understand. Last month rent of my house I have paid. Today, even if I vacate that place, last month rent is not going to come back to me. That means it's a sunk cost. Is it paid in the past? Is it historical? Yes. But is it sunk also? Yes, because it is not going to come back. Okay. Second example you take, I have paid money 5 lakh rupee and purchased an asset last month. Today I'm thinking of not using that machine anymore. I want to sell it. Now tell me, the amount that I have paid 1 month back is not a sunk cost, because today by selling the asset, I can convert it back to cash. I can convert it back to cash. Understand the difference. Anything incurred in the past is historical. Anything incurred in the past which can never be converted back to cash, then it is sunk cost. I purchased a bike, it's not a sunk cost because today I can resell it, correct? But I have filled some petrol and traveled for 10-15 kilometers. That petrol cost is a sunk cost because that cannot be converted back to cash today. Even if I sell the bike, the petrol cost that I incurred in last month will not come back to me. I hope this is clear to all those who had doubt with historical and sunk cost. Let's move on. Question number 9. Which of the following is not a function of management accounting? Not a function they are asking. Read first. Identification and reporting of variance between actual and budget. Providing information to shareholders in their decision making. The moment I see shareholders, I know it's the most possible wrong answer, correct? Because there is no direct connection between management accounting, cost accounting with the shareholder. Shareholders connection is with financial accounting, is with audit, is with meetings, the directors, the director reports, all of that. But shareholders may not be interested in cost and management accounting. Anyway, let's see option number C. Provision of information for making better managerial decision. This is true. This is the function of management accounting. Computation and classification of cost for the determination of cost. That is also in a way not exactly management accounting, but I can still consider that because option B is a totally wrong answer. Correct? If you read option D, computation and classification of cost for determination of cost is not a complete wrong answer because this is a cost accounting function. This is not a management accounting function. Correct? Observe. But option B is a total blunder. Providing information to shareholder is definitely not. You read the first line of the question. It says which of the following is not a function. Which of the following is not a function? Surely B is the wrong choice. Shareholders, correct? Wrong choice for this question. That's the right answer because question is not a function. All right, question number 10. Read. H Holding Limited has 5 subsidiary companies spread over 5 states in India. All subsidiaries are further divided into units which manufacture goods. Only the H Holding Limited has the power to make decision on capital expenditures across all subsidiaries. The subsidiary companies have the liberty to fix prices of the products. The manufacturing units make their own plans of material procurement, production, etc. Each subsidiary has separate R&D, publicity, advertisement, and CSR department. Which type of the responsibility center the publicity and advertisement department is? Option A, profit center; B, revenue center; C, discretionary cost center; D, standard cost center. First of all, read which of the responsibility center the publicity and advertisement. First of all, publicity and advertisement is a cost center because you spend there, you spend money. That means it is definitely not A, definitely not B. Now coming to C and D. The word discretionary cost center, what do you mean by discretionary cost center? If you want to spend, you spend. You don't want to spend, you can avoid it. Correct? But if it is a committed cost, then understand you have to pay. There is no question of whether you want to pay or not to pay. If I have signed a rent agreement, rent is not my discretionary cost. I have signed an agreement and I've written in the agreement that I'll not vacate this building for next 12 months. Even if I vacate, I will still be paying the rent. Now it's no more a discretionary. Discretionary means something is at my choice. Correct? Definitely advertisement expenditure is a discretionary cost center because company can decide whether to give advertisement or not. If they want to give, how big the ad should be, which paper, which day, whether color or black and white, front page or middle. That means that cost can be altered. You want to spend more, you spend. You don't want to spend, don't spend. You want to spend but spend very less, even that option is available. That's why it's called discretionary cost. Therefore the correct answer is option C, discretionary cost center. Yes, right. So today I have covered just 10 questions on this, which are more of introduction to cost accounting. Tomorrow we will be picking up a lot more questions from this because I haven't covered much of cost sheet related questions. Correct? In your study material, introduction and cost sheet are two different topics. So today, therefore, I decided not to mix both. This is more of an introductory part that I've discussed today. Second part of this topic I will be taking up in the tomorrow session. So I wanted to tell you, revise the cost sheet before watching tomorrow session. Revise full cost sheet, format top to bottom, and items to be included and excluded, that you read thoroughly and come. Then I'll be taking up the part 2 of this chapter. Is that clear to everybody? Is that clear to everybody? Quickly respond in chat box. Yes. All right. So I will be closing this particular topic as of now, but we are aware we're not completely done with this topic, correct? Yes. All right. Let's move on to material topic today. Yes. Here we go. Material cost. Question number 1. Which of the following is not added to the cost of material? Demurrage charges, freight charges, transit insurance, brokerage paid. I want your answer in the chat box. Everybody, I want your answer in the chat box. Which of the following is not added to the cost of material? Freight, transit insurance, and brokerage. Definitely we add. Correct? I think the right answer will be demurrage paid. Demurrage, detention charges, if you remember, this was there in the class material also. Fines, penalties, all these abnormal expenses, correct? Expenses that we incurred because of our fault. We weren't carrying proper documents and somebody stops us in the check post. Our lorry stopped and they get to know we do not have a proper invoice. They ask us to pay fine, penalty. None of this, correct? When we import goods, we don't submit proper documents at the port. They will charge us additional amount. All of that, demurrage, detention charges, fine, penalty, none of that. There was one question also like this. Our lorry had only 6 ton capacity. but we have loaded 8 tons. Then we were caught and we have paid some fine and penalty. Are we going to consider that fine and penalty? Definitely no. Yes. Hello. Question number 2. Which of the below systems classifies inventory on the basis of cost and volume? Please understand properly. Go slow. Cost and volume. Cost meaning rupee. Volume is units, kg, liter, meter. Option A, B, C, D if you see. Fast, slow and non-moving. Think for a minute. Fast moving, slow moving, non moving is not based on cost. It doesn't matter whether it is high value item, low value item. Is it moving fast? Is it moving slow? That's all we ask. That means option A is the wrong answer. Option B. ABC analysis looks correct to me. Why? In ABC analysis, we segregate inventory into A, B, and C category. How will you choose which is category A? All those items having low quantity, high value. Category C is low value but high quantity. Category B is moderate quantity, moderate value. Correct? And to do this high quantity, low quantity, high value, low value, what do you need? You need the quantity, volume, kg, liter or meter. And then you also need rate per kg, which is cost. Divya, I think your answer is wrong. Please understand all options first before you send the answer. Cost, you need it in rupee. Volume, you need it in kg. Then only you will find out quantity weightage, value weightage or rupee weightage, and then you assign which is A, which is B, which is C category. Option B looks correct to me. However, let me still read other options. Option C says vital, essential and desired. Please understand, this vital, essential and desired or desirable is based on the severity. What do you mean by that? Vital items are those items without which you cannot run your factory even for a minute. Like in a hotel, water, milk, cooking oil are vital items. In a garment factory, cotton, correct? Basic material is a vital item. In a construction company, cement is a vital item. Without that, you cannot run your unit even for a minute. Essential are those next important items without which also you can survive for 2, 3, 5 hours, but you should try and get that item as early as possible. You cannot delay it forever. Desirable item, if you have it, well and good. If you don't have it also, your factory won't stop working. You can still do every other work. Only one part of your activity will be slow till that items come, till those items come. Otherwise, without desirable items with me in my godown also, I can run the factory. Without essential item, it will be difficult to run the factory. Without vital item, it will be impossible to run the factory. Now tell me, when I say vital, essential, desirable, where am I talking about? Kgs or liters or rupee or value, anything? So it is not based on cost, it is based on importance, it is based on severity. Correct? How dependent are we on those items? FIFO and LIFO, definitely no, because FIFO and LIFO is not a method to classify inventory. Some of you are doing a wrong understanding here. Think FIFO, LIFO is for what purpose? It is to maintain your stores ledger. Items have come first, those items will be used first. That is stores ledger. That is for recording purpose. Correct? So the correct answer for this is ABC analysis. Very good question, a different variety of question. Yes, question number 3. This is the document which is used for making a formal request to the purchasing department to purchase material. Purchase order, bill of material, material requisition, purchase requisition. I want an answer from you. This is a very tricky question. Read properly. Formal request to the purchasing department to purchase material. Option A is completely wrong because purchase order is raised by purchasing department and they send it to supplier. Where is supplier in my question? Correct? Bill of material, option B. This is also wrong because bill of material is a common document. Bill of material is a common document which has the details of the item name, item code, how many kgs are required, what is the alternate material, if main material is not available, what are the quality standards of that raw material. That is not a document which is a request from one department to another department. Yeah. Correct answer is D, purchase requisition. Some of you are saying C, material requisition. Guys, you did a small mistake. Who raises material requisition? Production department will request warehouse. Production department will request warehouse. I need this material for job number 101 by tomorrow morning. Keep it ready. That is material requisition. Warehouse will then ask the purchase department that I need this material. I do not have it in my warehouse. Please get it. That is purchase requisition. And we are discussing purchase requisition here. Read properly. This is a document which is used for making a formal request to the purchasing department. Who will write a letter or request to purchasing department? Not production department. Between production and purchase, there is somebody between production and purchase, there is somebody sitting in between. Warehouse, stores. That stores employees, they will raise a formal request saying, dear purchase department, I need this material by tomorrow. I don't have it in the godown. Purchase it. Everybody, this was a tricky question. Your answer was correct, but you went one step behind. Material requisition is from the production department to purchase department. Sorry, production department to stores department. Stores will then raise a request to purchase department. Purchase will then raise a request to supplier. All three are different. Yes. Question number 4. High inventory turnover ratio indicates what? Slow movement, no movement, fast movement, none of the above. Please read properly. High inventory turnover ratio. First of all, quick 1 minute revision. What is the meaning of inventory turnover ratio? It's a ratio that measures the speed of movement of inventory. Speed, correct? And when you say high inventory turnover ratio, that means it is moving very fast. It's a good indication. I hope you are able to understand. Yeah, we are talking about high inventory turnover ratio. That means the number is big number. Big number meaning what? The item is moving very fast. Think about it. A limited, B limited. A limited's inventory turnover ratio is 10 times. So when you do 365 days by 10 times, you get 36 and a half days. That means they're keeping inventory with them for 36 and a half days. Another company inventory turnover is 100 times. Now 365 by 100 times, 3.65 is the answer. That means you are keeping the inventory only for 3 to 4 days. That means high number indicates that inventory is moving very fast. Therefore option C, fast movement of stock, is the correct answer. Okay, let's move on. Question number 5. Read properly again, go slow. The document which specifies the standard quantity and quality of material required to make a product is known as, in fact, I myself answered this 5 minutes ago. It's bill of material. Bill of material is that master document that has everything about the material, which is the alternate material, what should be the thickness, what should be the weightage, what should be the color, everything about the material, what's the brand from which we prefer to buy, everything is there in the bill of material. And in exam, if they ask you which is the document which is circulated among all departments, then tick bill of material, because even costing department needs it, purchase department needs it, production department, stores department, engineering department, everybody requires bill of material. It's like a master document. Everybody will refer to BOM, bill of material. Yes, let's move on. While setting the quantity to be reordered, consideration is given to maintenance of minimum stock, maximum stock, average stock, minimum carrying cost. Observe, read properly. While setting the quantity to be reordered, that means I'm thinking of deciding when should I place my next order. Understand my wordings? I'm thinking of deciding when should I place my next order. When I am supposed to fix that number, say 700 kg, what should I keep in mind? Minimum, maximum, average, or minimum carrying cost? Correct answer is minimum level, because I do not want to go below minimum level. I do not want to go below minimum level. Correct? If what, sir, if you go beyond maximum level? Understand, beyond maximum level, if I get the goods also, I can return it. Imagine my maximum stock is 1000 kg. When I already have 1000 kg, one more truck comes with another 200 kg. I can request that goods to go back. I can ask the driver, take the item back, give me a return invoice. If that was a sale transaction, give me sales return invoice. That means if I already have maximum stock, then next lot of stock comes, it's not a big problem to me. I can return it. Correct? But if I'm at minimum level and then stock is not coming to me, that's a serious problem. Therefore, it's important to ensure that we know our minimum level first. We try not to go below minimum level. It's not a crime if you go below minimum level, but then you do not want to go below minimum level. Understand, guys, some of you are sending option A as the answer. I clearly know why you are saying it. Sir, we should not go beyond maximum levels. Correct? But I am saying we should not go below minimum level also. Now tell me, both are problems. I already have maximum stock. I have already maximum stock. On that again I am planning to buy. That's a problem. Agreed. But think of another situation. I am at minimum level and my stock is not even coming. My supplier is not picking my phone. Alternate supplier is not available. That's a serious problem. That's a serious problem. Therefore, you have to first consider what is your minimum level. After that, you will have to set the reorder level. So, which is the severe problem out of the two problems? Going below minimum level is a severe problem. Yes. Question number 7. At which of the following level fresh order should be placed for replenishment of stock? Minimum, maximum, ROL, danger level. I think most of you know the answer. Option 3 or option C, reorder level. Everybody, what is the meaning of reorder level? When should I place my next order? Reorder level. When should I place my next order? Very simple sentence. Correct? Let's move on. Question number 8. Which of the following is not deducted from cost of material? Subsidy, cash discount, government incentive, trade discount. First of all, read the question. It says which one is not deducted. Not deducted. Clearly they're saying which one is not deducted. Subsidy I will minus. Government incentive I will minus. Trade discount I will definitely minus. Cash discount, option B is the answer. Everybody, option B is the answer. Please understand the difference between trade discount and cash discount. Trade discount is given at the time of purchase itself. Because you're buying in bulk quantity, you will get that benefit. That is trade discount. Cash discount is given much later for early payment, quick payment, prompt payment. You get it. It's a pure financial benefit that you get, that's not related to the material that you are buying. Therefore, between the two options, correct, cash discount should be considered as the right answer. Right answer, because question says which of the following will not be deducted. I cannot minus cash discount. Let's move on. Question 9. According to just-in-time inventory management approach, material should only be purchased when it is actually A, requisitioned by user department? No. Requisitioned by stores department? No. Made available by vendor? Definitely not. Required for production is the correct answer. Because what is JIT all about? Buy only when you need it. Correct? Very, very simple sentence. Buy only when you need it. When you need it means what? You need it for production tomorrow. Try buying it tonight or possibly tomorrow morning. It is not based on whether somebody has given a request to you or not. They may give request 7 days in advance. Just in time says buy only when you are sure of immediate consumption. That means option D is the correct answer. Question number 10. Which of the following methods of inventory valuation is most commonly used? Observe, observe, observe. They're not saying which one is right, which one is wrong. They're asking you which is most commonly used. LIFO and average, FIFO and LIFO, FIFO and average, none of the above. I want your answer. Question is most commonly used. Therefore, they're not saying which one is right or wrong. So please don't get into that mode. Yeah. Anyone? Can I get a reply in the chat box? Yes. Good. Good, I can see a lot of them are sending the correct answer. Yes, guys, option C is the correct answer. It is FIFO and average cost. Remember, when I say average also, it's not simple average, it's the weighted average. If you remember, even in accounting standard, you talk about this FIFO average cost. If possible, you do specific cost, but practically specific cost is difficult, correct? Therefore, FIFO and average cost is preferred. LIFO, simple average, are the least preferred methods. Let's move on. Question number 11. Which of the following is not added with the cost of material? Read properly. Not added. Yeah. First, road tax or toll charges. Definitely we add it. GST on which input tax credit is available. Yeah, sir, if input tax credit is available, why should I consider that as my cost? Today I pay to my supplier. Tomorrow when I collect from my customer before depositing to government, I am going to minus this. That's why you call it input tax credit. Today whatever I am paying, that I will minus tomorrow when I have to pay to the government. How is that my cost? Yeah. Custom duty, definitely it's a cost. All of the above is the wrong answer. B is the answer. Option B is the answer. I can see in the chat box also many have given the correct answer. Yes, very good. Let's move on. Question number 12. Which of the following method of inventory valuation is useful when materials are purchased for a specific job or work order? Read. What do you mean by specific job or work order? A customer has come, he has placed an order. For that order, you are going to market and buying a raw material, and that material will be used for that order only. Sir, then we should go by cost price method. In fact, the correct name is specific cost method. Specific cost method. Standard cost, FIFO, LIFO are all wrong. See, standard cost is you set a standard and use the same cost for all customers. FIFO, LIFO, oldest one you will first. In LIFO, latest one you will use first. But when question says you went to market, purchase that raw material because there is a specific customer who wants it. Because there is a specific customer who wants it. That means it is better you follow specific cost method. Here, option B is the nearest correct term. They've used the word cost price method. Cost price method. Specific cost is a better answer. Okay, let's move on. That's the most preferable answer according to me. Yeah, because A, C, D is anyway wrong. Correct wording should be specific cost method. Since that's not there, cost price method should be understood as specific cost method, and I'm going ahead with that. Question 13. Which of the following method of inventory valuation is considered least suitable when materials are purchased in uneven lot size? What do you mean by uneven lot size? Today I purchase 7 kgs. Tomorrow I purchase 21 kgs. Then I purchase 2000 kgs. Then I don't even purchase for 3-4 days. Then I purchase just 2 kg. Uneven buying. Yeah, which one is not suitable? Definitely the simple average price is not suitable. Why? Because when I buy 2 kg, rate may be 9 rupee. When I buy 2000 kg, rate may be 6 rupee. And then if you do 9 plus 6 divided by 2, call it simple average, that's a complete blunder that you are doing. In such case, better to use weighted average price, because less quantity into that price, high quantity into that price, divided by quantity plus quantity, you will get a better average. Simple average will be a big blunder when you are using 6 rupee and 9 rupee divided by 2 for 2 kg quantity and 2000 kg quantity. Yes. Next, which of the following statement is true? Read. Cost of container is added to cost of material if it is non-returnable. Read properly. I have purchased goods. Along with goods, some containers have come. What to do with the container cost? Option A says take that also as cost of raw material if it is non-returnable. That means when lorry comes, in the lorry, inside the container you have material, you will unload the material. If that container can't be sent back, then they are saying we should add it to the cost. This is the correct answer. Yeah, however, let me read. Option B says cost of container is added if it is returnable. If it is returnable, why will I add? Think, I am returning, then I will get the reversal of money. Why will I consider that as cost? Option C says cost of material, sorry, cost of container is not added to the cost of material. It is considered as a capital expenditure. Completely wrong. All of the above statements, no, no, no. Option A is the correct answer. Let's move on. 15. While calculating EOQ, annual requirement A represents what? Remember the formula square root of 2AO by C. What is A in that? Option A says annual demand for the product to be sold. No, no, no. Sold is FG and EOQ is not about FG. EOQ is about raw material. Option B, annual demand for the material to be consumed. This looks correct to me. Option C, let me read. Annual requirement for capital, definitely not. Annual requirement for storage space, no, no, no. Wrong answer. Option B is the correct answer. Let's move on. 16th one. Which of the following is not true about bin card? Remember bin card? That small card which is pasted. Small card which is pasted on the container inside which you have all the items. They're asking you which one is not true. Option A. It is maintained in cost accounting department. Sir, this itself looks wrong to me, because why will bin card be maintained in cost accounting department? Bin card should be in the warehouse. If you have raw material and that is inside a box, outside the box you have to paste this. Why will this be in cost accounting department? Option A looks incorrect to me here itself. Yeah. However, let me read option B. Each transaction is posted. That is true. Every buying, every selling, you plus minus. Yeah. Entries are made when transaction takes place. Correct. You buy it today, add it today itself. You take it today, minus it now itself on regular basis. It contains only quantitative details. Perfect. Bin card will not have rupee value. It will only have the kgs, liters, meters. Option A is the answer. Let's move on. Question 17. Which system of inventory classification classifies inventory on the basis of its criticality for the production function and final product? Here is where your vital, essential, and desirable comes into play. About 15 minutes back, I've explained this already. Correct? Vital, most important, critical. Without that, I can't run my factory even a minute. Essential, I need it. If I don't have 2-3 hours, I can adjust, but I have to get it as early as possible. Desirable, if I have it, good. Otherwise, no problem. I can continue my day-to-day activity. It's not very critical. Correct? So option C is the answer. 18th question. I want you guys to try this. Everybody, I want you to try this. A small practical sum. Give a try. I will wait for your answer. I will wait for your answer. A Limited produces a product X which requires two components A and B. The information related to both the components are given. Normal usage 50 per week, maximum usage 75 per week, minimum usage 25, ROQ for A 300, for B 500, reorder period 4 weeks to 6 weeks. For B, 2 weeks to 4 weeks. Question is average stock level for component B. Now to do average level, you have to first find out minimum level, then you have to find out maximum level, and then do minimum plus maximum by 2. Okay, I will wait. I want everybody to try. I will wait for 2 minutes. Everybody give a try. Who is going to send the answer first? I'm waiting. Who will answer first? Question is average level. So you need minimum, you need maximum, then minimum plus maximum by 2. I am waiting for your answer. 450 units. Option C. Is that correct? I think yes. Arti is saying option C. Good. Option C. Is that the answer? Only one student so far. Looks like others are still trying. Yes. Sushma also got the answer. All right. Guys, those who are still trying, no problem. This video you can watch once again, only this part you can check. If you're still not getting the answer, in the comment section, yeah, please drop a message. I will reply with the complete workings. Okay, first you have to work out minimum, then you have to work out maximum, and then you have to do the average. Yeah, however, anyway, tomorrow we will be meeting again. You can try and we can discuss if you still have not got the answer. Yeah, as of now I am moving ahead. Question number 19. Which of the following is not an assumption for calculation of EOQ? Read properly. They're asking which one is not an assumption. That means three assumptions are correct. Only one assumption is wrong. Let me see. A. Ordering cost per order, carrying cost per unit per annum is same. This is a valid assumption. Second, cost per unit of material is to be derived. This is wrong. Sir, cost per unit means cost per kg. Every time I buy, how much will I be paying? This we don't have to derive, we don't have to calculate. That should be available. We should know the purchase price per kg, by the way. Sir, option B looks wrong. This is not an assumption. Yeah, let's see. Option C. Anticipated usage of material in units is noun. This is correct. I should know how many kgs I need for full year. Then only I can use EOQ formula. The quantity of material ordered is received immediately. Perfect. One of the assumptions of EOQ is there is no lead time. You place the order now, you will get the item immediately. Option B is not a valid assumption because question says which one is not a valid assumption. Option B is the answer. If you're getting confused, read that option B again. Cost per unit of material is to be derived. Derived meaning what? They will not give in the question. You have to find out how much is purchase price per kg. That doesn't happen. They will give that information to you in the question itself. Correct? Basically, in real world, they know how much is the purchase price per kg, and that is also assumed to be constant. There is no discount, there is no inflation, no deflation. That was one of their assumptions. Right, sir. Question 20. JIT, just in time, is also known as demand push, supply push, demand pull system, and supply pull system. Option C is the correct answer. What do you mean by demand pull system? Do we need it? Is there a demand? Then only buy. Able to follow? What is pushing? Whether the other party wants or not, you send it. That is pushing. Pulling is if I need it, I will place the order. Therefore, in JIT, what happens? You will buy raw material only when you know you will be using it immediately. That means it is based on requirement. It's a demand pull. I need, I have a demand, let me buy. Correct? Perfect. With that, we have completed about 20 MCQs from material topic. Let's now move on to labor chapter. Yes, here we are. Let's begin. My target for the whole syllabus is to do around 300 MCQs. You're only going to get 30 marks, and 30 marks also will not be 30 MCQs. You'll be having 15 MCQs of 2 marks. There is also a chance you may have 10 MCQs of 2 marks each and another 10 MCQs of 1 mark each. But looking at the mock test papers and sample papers, it appears that we will be having 5 into, sorry, 15 into 2 marks type question. So my plan, full syllabus, is to do about 300 MCQs. At least if we do around 20-25 MCQs for every chapter, by the time we complete syllabus, we would have completed entire 300 MCQs, and that's my plan for next 3 days. Okay, let's start. Labor, let's begin. Question number 1. Idle time which arises due to non-availability of raw materials, strike, lockout, poor supervision, fire, flood, etc. Sir, all of this, by reading question itself we know these are all abnormal things, correct? That means option A, C and D all are wrong. Option B, it is abnormal idle time and it should be transferred to costing P&L account only. I can't ask my customer to pay, therefore this cannot go to cost of production. Yes. Question number 2. If overtime is resorted at the desire of a customer, then the overtime premium is paid. What to do with that? Overtime paid is charged to what? A, concerned department? No. Concerned job directly? Yes. All the departments on the basis of time? No. Costing P&L? Definitely not. Please observe this. I am doing overtime only because a customer wanted it. I am doing overtime only because a customer wanted it. That means that overtime cost I should charge it to him only. Correct? Why will I consider that as a regular cost and charge it to all my customers? Please understand. Why will I take it to my costing P&L? It's not even abnormal. That customer wanted me to work extra. I worked extra. Now, if I worked extra, I have to pay extra to my staff. Then that has to be charged to that customer only. Simple. Question 3. Idle time which arises due to power failure, breakdown of machines, are this is also abnormal. Straight away option B, because all other 3 options say this is a normal idle time. That is wrong, wrong and wrong. It has to be abnormal idle time only. And what will you do once you call it abnormal? Transfer it to costing P&L account. Read option B, that looks perfect. Abnormal idle time and is treated as an item of costing P&L account. Let's move on. Question number 4. Yeah, read this properly. Go slow. Idle time which arises due to time interval between one job and another job. First of all, think, is it normal or is it abnormal? It says time interval between one job and another job. That means I finished one job at 11 o'clock. Next job was given to me at 11:05. Now for 5 minutes also salary is paid to me. Correct? Now, is that 5 minutes an abnormal wastage of time? No, no, no. This is not abnormal. Because if I finish one job at 11, next job can't start at 11:01 itself. Correct? Therefore, it is normal. Now comes to the question. Option B is ruled out. Option A, C, D, if you read, option D says normal idle time, but it is treated as an item of profit and loss account. No, no, no. Why will it go to profit and loss account if it's a normal cost? Sir, then answer should be somewhere in A or C. Correct? Read. A says normal idle time and treated as part of cost of product. This is the correct answer. Whereas option C says it is normal, but it is not treated as part of COP, cost of production. That is wrong. That is wrong. Option A, is the correct answer. It's a normal idle time and it is treated as part of cost of production. Next one. Read again one more good question. Idle time which arises due to loss of time between factory gate and the place of work. What does it mean? At factory gate, I swipe my ID card. From there, my place of work is inside the factory campus 100 meters away. So I have to walk from the gate till my workplace. That time also salary should be paid to me because I have done the swiping, the ID card swiping at the gate itself. So that time is also counted while paying the salary. Now the salary paid for that 10 minutes of walk, is it normal? Is it abnormal? Sir, it is normal. That means it should be ACD. If you see C and D, they say it is not treated as part of cost of production. D says it should go to costing P&L. Sir, both are wrong. Option A is the correct answer. If it is normal, it is treated as part of cost of production. Simple. Question number 6. If overtime is resorted to meet the sudden demand on account of an earthquake, oh sir, we know this. This earthquake, flood, fire, strike, curfew, band, all of this we have discussed repeatedly in the class. All of this is abnormal in nature, correct? Yes or no? And anything that is abnormal in nature will go to costing P&L account. Option D is the correct answer. Option D is the correct answer. Next, question 7. If overtime is resorted to make up a shortfall in production due to, read again, wrong estimation of sales department, the overtime premium paid is charged to, read properly. The wording says it was a wrong estimation done by a particular department. That means that extra overtime payment that you are doing, charge it to that department. Sir, what is the use of charging it to that department? At the end of the year, when you decide how much is the bonus or incentive to be given to sales department, you know because of them company has lost some money also, correct? So you can deduct this amount there. Therefore, it is necessary to keep a record. This was not the fault of overall company, correct? This was the fault at a department level. That means this should be recorded as cost at that department level only. Let's move on. Idle time which arises due to setting up time for the machine. Observe, setting up time for the machine. What does it mean? You turn on the machine and you start the work every day? No, that's not how it works. Once you turn on the machine, it may take some time to get ready. That 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes of time. That is called setup time. Correct? You may have to do one trial run, you may have to do one overhauling and then start the work. Heating up time. Now, is it normal? Definitely it is normal. Correct? You can't turn on the machine and start the production. You need that 5-10 minutes. That means option B is wrong. Option A, C, D, everything says normal idle time. Only option A says it is treated as part of cost of production. That means option A is the correct answer. Option A is the correct answer. Everyone, is this clear to you? Can I get a quick reply in chat box, please? Are you with me? Can I continue? Yes? Good. Question number 9. This is one of the best questions. Okay. I want all of you to send me the answer for this. If you need, workout and send it. I will wait. Read. If the time saved is less than 50% of the standard time, then wages under row 1 and Halsey on comparison basis gives what? Option A says more wage to worker under row 1 plan than Halsey. Option B says more wage to worker under Halsey than row 1. Equal wage under both the plans, none of the above. I will wait for 1 minute. I want you to send answer to this question. By the way, this is not an easy question. Don't try to be fast. Take time. Think. If you need, write some numbers. Everybody, time starts now. I'm waiting for 1 minute. Send the answer to me in the chat box. I can see some students are already saying option B. Good. Please listen. Others, in Halsey plan, you get exact 50%. Correct? In Rowan plan, there is no fixed number. Correct? What is the formula? Time taken into hourly rate. That is there in both Halsey and Rowan. Plus, in Halsey, 50% is fixed. But in Rowan, it is time taken by standard time. Time taken by standard time. Into inside bracket, what you have? Time saved into hourly rate. That is anyway same. TS into HR. Anyway, it is same. Correct. So what is the only difference between Halsey and Rowan? Halsey says 50% fixed. Rowan says it is proportionate. Now think about an employee who is very slow. Very slow, but he is still finishing the work within time. Allotted time is 10 hours. He is taking 9 hours. Now in Halsey system, he will get bonus 50% of time saved into hourly rate. Anyway, time saved into hourly rate is same number. But in Rowan, he will get 9 by 10. That means 9 by 10 is 0.9, which is 90%. And this man is saving only 1 hour out of 10 hours. That means 1 by 10, he is saving only 10%. Now read, if the time saved is less than 50% of the time allotted, then Rowan is a good plan. Correct? Because in Rowan you get 90% when you save only 10%. In Halsey, how much ever you save, you get 50% only. Because understand one thing, basic wage is same, TT into HR. Inside the bracket later what you have is same, TS into HR. In Halsey, 50% is a fixed number. In Rowan, it's a proportionate number. In Rowan plan, it's a proportionate number. Correct? And Rowan plan says what? TT by ST. So if you take 9 hours, it is 9 by 10, 90%. That means if somebody is taking 60%, 70%, 80% time and saving only 40, 30, 20%, they are doing the right thing. They will get more wages under Rowan system. Correct? Option A, which says more wage to worker under Rowan plan than Halsey plan. This is the correct answer. I hope those students who sent option B, you have understood now. If you want, you put some numbers and see. Halsey will always give 50% of TS into HR, whereas Rowan can give 90%, 9 by 10, 8 by 10, 7 by 10, 6 by 10. That means those who are little slow, they get paid more. I hope you understood now. It's a very good question actually. Let's move on. Question number 10. Which of the following is not an avoidable cause? Not an avoidable cause. Dissatisfaction with job, lack of training, low wages, disability, or making a worker unfit for work. Option D is the correct answer. Disability is an unavoidable cause. Correct? They have said which of the following is not an avoidable cause. Yes, low wages, lack of training. You can solve this problem. If an employee comes to you and says, I'm not happy, I'm leaving this job because wages are very less, company can think of giving him hike, increase his salary. If he is not getting good training, you can give training. But if an employee is not able to work, is unable to work, disability, company cannot do anything for this. Correct? Therefore, it becomes an unavoidable thing. And question says not avoidable. Not avoidable means unavoidable. Let's move on. Question number 11. Idle time is the time under which option A, wages are paid. Correct. Option B, no production is done. Both are correct. Understand, in idle time, wages should be paid, but work is not done. Yeah. Idle time can be normal, abnormal. That's all second story. That's all later. But fundamentally, what is the meaning of idle time? I pay salary, but work is not done. Yeah. Correct, sir. Next question number 12. Yes, this you answer. Cost of abnormal idle time. They did not say abnormal idle time, actually. I said it. I'm very sorry. Cost of idle time due to non-availability of raw material is charge to overhead, no, charge to respective job, charge to costing P&L is the correct answer. Why? If raw material is in short supply, that's the mistake of the company. That's the mistake of a company. Correct? You should know which material, which machine, which employee should be doing a particular work. How is it possible that you have machine, you have person, and you did not plan the material supply? Then it's your bad planning. It's a loss that you can't charge your customer. Why will they pay? Yes, sir. It should go to costing P&L. Perfect. Question number 13. Time and motion study is conducted by engineering department. Those who do not know, this is a technique, time and motion. Each work, what's the time required? What is the order in which work is to be done? First step, second step, third step. Can we skip a particular step? Can we increase the speed? How do we coordinate the work? This is all done by engineering department. Okay. Next. Identify which one of the following does not account for increasing labor productivity. Job satisfaction, motivating the workers, high labor turnover, proper supervision. Sir, high labor turnover is the answer. What do you mean by high labor turnover? Too many employees are leaving and joining and leaving and joining a company. How will it increase employees' productivity? It will demotivate him. Think about a company wherein too many people keep joining and leaving and joining and leaving every now and then. How will that help you to improve the productivity? Correct? Even the employees who stayed back in the company will think, is something wrong with my company? Should I also leave and go? Why so many people are leaving? Must be there is something wrong in the company. That's how they start thinking. Yeah. Next, 15th one. Read. Labor turnover is measured by, they have given the formula and you have to identify which is the correct formula. Number of persons replaced divided by average number of workers. This is correct because this is the formula under replacement method. Yeah. Sir, into 100 is not given. No problem. That is understandable. If you get 0.2, that means it is 20%. Second, number of persons separated divided by number of workers at the beginning of the year is wrong. Beginning of the year means opening balance on first day. Only opening balance we can't take. We have to take average. Option C, number of person replaced plus number of person separated divided by number of person at the beginning, at the end. No, 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 no. If you just do beginning plus end, that has no meaning. Imagine number of people at the beginning 100, number of people at the end 120. If I say 100 plus 120, 220. What is the meaning for 220? There is no meaning. You should do 100 plus 120 divided by 2. That has a meaning. Average workers. Correct. Sir, option C is wrong. Only option A is correct. Number of persons replaced by average number of workers. This is the formula under replacement method. Yeah. Next, question number 16. Time booking refers to a method wherein dash of an employee is recorded. Attendance, food expense, health status, time spent on a particular job. Sir, option B and option C are surely wrong. No doubt about it. But option A and D, some students get confused. Read the question properly. They said time booking. Time booking is not attendance. Attendance is whether you have come to the factory or not, what time you came, what time you left. That is attendance. But option D says time spent on a particular job. That is time booking. Sir, then what is attendance? That is time keeping. Very important. What time you come, what time you go, whether you are present or absent, full day, half day. This is time keeping. When I say you come at 9 o'clock, you left at 6 o'clock, that is time keeping. But from 9 to 10 o'clock, which job you did? 10:30 to 11:30, which job did you do? What was the work performed by you? That we have to keep a record. That is called time booking. That's what they are saying. Option D is the correct answer. Question 17. Employee cost includes wages and salary, correct. Allowance and incentive, correct. Payment for overtime, correct. Are all of the above the perfect answer? I think this is the easiest question in this chapter that we discussed so far. 18th one. Yes, I want you to try this. I want you to try this. Standard time for a job is 60 hours. Guaranteed time is 0.3. Time rate is 0.3 per hour. What is the amount of wage under Rowan plan if job is completed in 48 hours. I hope you remember Rowan plan formula. Time taken into hourly rate plus time taken by time allotted into time saved into hourly rate. Who can complete the answer? 60 hours was allotted. Within 48 you have completed. That means 48 into zero point 0.3 you should pay. This is your guaranteed basic wage. Plus you have to pay bonus, and bonus will be 48 by 60 time taken by standard time into time saved, that is 12 into zero point 0.3. Yes. Who can send me the answer? Anybody? Anybody in the chat box? I'm waiting for your answer. 17.28, option B, Aditya. Perfect answer. Siri, Harish, good. I don't know who is the student, but his name is Adventure Guru in the live chat box. Guru, 17.28 is the correct answer. Yeah, Divya, Dhanush, Aranita, Harish. Yes, perfect. Let's move on. Question 19. Important factors for control of employee cost can be time and motion study, control over idle time and overtime, control over employee turnover, all of the above. All of the above is the correct answer. Why? See, you want to control the employee cost. That means do everything that is good for employees. Do everything that saves time. Time and motion study, when you do, you'll get to know, are we wasting some time? Is there any non-value added step that we can skip? I told you engineering department does it. They'll find out, is there anything that we are doing which is not adding any value? Remove that non-value added steps, you remove. Control idle time and overtime. Yes, idle time is waste of time. Overtime, extra work and double payment. Control over employee turnover. Too many employees are joining and leaving the organization. It's definitely not good. It will increase your cost. All of the above is the answer. Let's move on to question number 20. Which of the following is considered as part of labor cost? Total contribution to PF, employees, employers, none of the above. Now, when you are saying labor cost, you are thinking from company's perspective. You are thinking from company's perspective, and from company's perspective, only their contribution matters. That means employer contribution, that matters. Yes, option C is the correct answer. Option C is the correct answer. Employee contribution is not a cost, it is employee's money. You are deducting from his payout and putting that money in the PF account. How can that become company's cost? Total contribution is anyway wrong. Therefore, employer's contribution is the correct answer. With this, we are done with labor chapter. Okay? Yes, guys. Today being the first session, first day of this MCQ discussion, I do not want to do too many topics. So I've understood how it works. You have to study the topic and then watch the class. Then only it will help. Correct? If you have not studied the topic, you will not enjoy this session. Therefore, I'll tell you the names of the topics that I'll be doing tomorrow. Accordingly, prepare and come. From your side, do one round of study and then come. Okay. So here is my tomorrow's plan. I'm writing in a small box here. First, the introduction and cost sheet. We did not do full. We did only one part today. I'll be doing the second part tomorrow. After that, we will be moving on to overheads. I will then be doing activity based costing. After that, I will be taking up small topics, job costing, batch costing, and service costing. Yes, everybody. After this, if time permits, I'm saying if time permits, I will be even touching process costing topic. This depends, if time permits, then only. Anyway, from your side, you prepare all of this and attend tomorrow's YouTube live. Okay, quickly I am repeating: introduction and cost sheet, overheads, ABC, job, batch and service costing, small topics, process costing, slightly lengthier one. So depending upon the time, I will be doing these topics. Minimum first four, process costing, if time permits, we will be doing in tomorrow's class. Yeah, and then we will take up the balance topic on day 3. All right, everybody, can I quickly get a reply in chat box? Did you understand the format? You read and come from your side, complete the practice and revision, and then MCQ we will be able to do it properly. Yes. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining live. Please share this video with your friends who are also looking for MCQ discussions. I will also not just be reading question and answer, we will also be, as you saw today, we will also be discussing the explanation of each and every option. We will also be learning what are the other possible questions, so it won't be just reading and completing the question and answer. All right, chalo, see you tomorrow. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye bye.